Hey everyone, this podcast is coming to you from the Psychic Dolphin Garage. You can support this show and our larger efforts to build a leftist community through podcasting and other projects over at patreon.com/Psychic Dolphin Garage. That's patreon.com/PSYCHICDOLPHIN Garage, which is spelled how it sounds.
So out of all the businesses that are closing, what's your favorite business that you want to shut down after coronavirus?
Like to not come back?
Yeah.
Oh, all studio porn facilities.
Oh.
Just only independent creators from this point on.
Yeah, if you're not shooting this on like a DSLR you rented from the fucking college library, I don't want to fucking see it.
Okay, well, how many people can make that joke about like, oh man, if this continues on, I'm gonna do porn? It's just like, no, you should do that. Like,
you should absolutely do that right now. Yeah.
Yeah. If the only thing that's stopping you is like some bullshit quarantine excuse, like it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a solid work from home job, or work from somebody else's home, or work from like the park if that's
work
your
from
genre.
whole job, I believe is.
Oh, shut up. That's good.
I mean, it just really kind of has the same energy as a guy who's like proposing the idea of a threesome to his girlfriend. It's just like, I mean, like at some point we know that you're not actually joking about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Just come out and say it, bud.
Yeah, it's fine. We believe in you.
Just say you want to fuck your friend Steve, and we'll work up to it.
Odds are she also has been wanting to fuck Steve.
Who
Probably
does not
more
want to
than
fuck
you
Steve?
Shout out to our amazing friend Steve in the Discord. Fuck yeah. Love you, buddy.
Good luck, Steve.
I mean, I just think though that the idea that you can't have more than 10 people gathered in one place has really cut down on possible gangbang porn just for a while. It's the untold hours and hours of footage that we are no longer able to have.
Yeah, absolutely. So, really, we're really all hurting at this point in time.
All of us collectively,
100%. As not only a nation but as a people, I think our hearts ache for just more content.
Our hearts ache for all of the Austin breweries that only sell IPAs that are going to be shutting down.
Oh no, they're selling growlers now, boy. You fucking you roll up in your car, you fucking knock on the door, they hand you a growler, you go home, and it's
trade
free.
In your
apparently.
Growler. They have to fucking sanitize a bunch of growlers that are coming
yeah. They have
back.
to put them through a fucking autoclave just to get them really clean. Yeah.
Take a growler, leave a growler system.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, what was that? Not too long ago, there was a strip club that made the news because they were going to try to do a drive-through strip club in wake of the coronavirus.
Hell yeah,
and
that rules.
Yeah, they're going to do drive-through strip club and hand sanitizer wrestling instead of mud wrestling.
Drive-through lap dances seems a little...
See, that seems...
Does she get in... Do you, like, hang out of your... Do you sit in your car and you just get car service? That's just... You just get serviced in your car.
Worst Sonic option in the world.
The roller skates make it really unpleasant. No, I'm more concerned about the hand sanitizer wrestling, because doesn't it then just become that one scene from It's Always Sunny?
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Although on the other hand, imagine getting a lap dance from Danny DeVito.
I mean, yeah, my deepest, darkest fantasy? Absolutely, yeah. I would love a Danny DeVito lap dance.
Hang on, I'm in.
I mean, it really kind of seems like that would be one of the last few profitable models these days, because, I mean, Playboy has temporarily shut down, allegedly because of the coronavirus, but I doubt that they're going to really be reopening, because, like, I honestly, if you already knew that Playboy was shutting down, please at me on Twitter. Just
if you knew that Playboy was actually still around, please at me on Twitter.
Yeah,
fellas, how we love to buy ourselves a Playboy at the corner store and thumb through it in the trenches with the rest of the boys.
It's called fingering the magazine, Bo.
Yeah.
I knew Hugh Hefner was dead, and I just assumed that the Playboy magazine stopped when he died.
Yeah.
Wait,
Uh,
is that?
I mean,
Wait, yeah. Is he alive?
no, Hugh Hefner is dead, but his son is running it.
Oh, what the
And
fuck?
his son is also like fucking old as hell. So I
That
mean,
sucks.
The Bad Carl's Jr.'s commercial, like, hey, old Hugh thought that these naked ladies were badass, but I got some badass naked ladies to show you. It's just that the girl in the American flag tights rubbing her ass on things.
Psychic Dolphin Garage.
Hey everyone, I'm Kelton.
And I'm Zach.
And I'm Bo, despite everything.
Well, you know, we muscle through it, buddy. Welcome to another episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage. How's it going, folks?
You know,
Folks, fellas.
I would answer that, but stand 6 feet apart from me before I fucking, yeah, another trait virus joke, sure.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. You know what's even better about making like already played out jokes on Sunday night?
That this
Like,
episode releases Tuesday morning, God willing, and, you know. Yeah.
All 50 of us are here in our Discord tonight, on Discord Live.
In distinct violation of local statutes.
We are legion.
We are sneezing on one another. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen like how people are trying to make like quarantine and chill or corona and chill like a thing?
That's
Because
exasperating.
chill means like in Netflix and chill, that means to have sex, right?
Yeah, like obviously Netflix and chill. The chill
Okay,
is fucking.
So
yeah.
like, so that in reality, what they're talking about is like get the flu and then go fuck. Is kind of what they're saying.
It's like bug chasing. Yeah.
Bug chasing.
Oh, don't Google that, please.
That's the sequel to Twister. I didn't know that I needed. God, the show is like always off the rails, but I mean, it seems like especially with this sort of a news, it really just kind of makes everything feel like that much more surreal.
Yeah, like we may all be shut-ins, but like now that we're forced to be shut-ins, it's like, oh God, what news is there from the outside?
And we're not even like fully shut in Texas, at least. You know, we're you know, just at the at least as of this recording, because who knows, we're at the 10 or less number. So
Please God, someone shut down Texas.
yeah,
All
just
those,
look around, count the people, the number of fingers you have. If that is equal or more, you need to leave.
The number of Lone Stars you had for breakfast. If it's more than that.
Which, I mean, the whole thing is stupid, right? Because, like, with businesses and other things like that, you're still allowed to have less than 10 people in, like if a retail store, for example. So it's not only 10 people, then you're closed for the day. It's 10 people at a time, meaning all the germs are still there. They're all still populating. It's just not as likely of getting spread
Person to person
aside
directly.
from the poor fucking employees that are
now
that are
vectors
there.
for. Yeah.
It's not gonna get spread as quickly.
Yeah, it's cool.
Only 10 people at a time can be in contact with our infectious employees.
Yeah.
We care about our employees. That's why we're forcing them to work here. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Enjoy
going back
that,
to
I
the strip club example, we've got the hottest girls in town. Just look at those temperatures. Fever's up to 110.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Triple F, but it's only in terms of what their
health
temperature
rating.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. The coveted.
Yeah, you gotta have not rats in the food. You gotta have food in the rats for that to be the your fucking restaurant. Anyway, yeah.
Food in the bats. What? Okay.
Boo.
That
Anyway.
deserved that. Yeah. Before I forget, our Reddit is actually doing pretty good. We're trying to stay bigger than r/full positivism, because for some reason we're bigger than that, and we're bigger than full communalism right now. So just join the Reddit, be a part of the Reddit. It's definitely interesting to say the least in these times that are both incredibly political, but also like everything else that's happening. Because
Really, that's all I've ever aspired for this podcast to be, is for people to say, "Oh, it's interesting." At least,
I mean, like, if someone said on a date, "Oh, well, at least you're interesting," that I consider that a win. You know, like
that's definitely a win in
Yeah.
my book.
Yeah, you ain't all that, but at least you're interested.
hell yeah, no,
Like,
you're still
okay.
able to score at the end of that night. Like, you're fine.
I'm still gonna cry tonight, but
I mean,
like,
you were going
know,
to anyway.
not
I'm gonna be
So-
crying on a stranger's bed.
Yeah. I popped up in Liv's live stream, and I was making comments, and I didn't realize this was in the Psychic Dolphin Garage Twitch, and people were like, "Oh, look, it's Psychic Dolphin Garage. They're the Reddit
this
people," and I
asshole.
was like, "Okay, we're the Reddit people. That's
Oh my
fine."
god, no.
That's the niche we've carved out for ourselves. Yeah, good job.
That's,
Good job,
that's
boys.
exactly what we need to be known as. Like, hell yeah, good job, Reddit people. Fuck me. God damn. Yeah. It's
Speaking of, we also have a Discord. If you want to hang out somewhere that's not Reddit.
yeah, sure. Join our Discord, everyone. Yeah, come on.
It's not Reddit.
That's right. It can be if you want
Something
to.
else?
It's
So
not
post
Reddit.
all the stuff you find on Reddit onto Discord. That's how that shit works for some reason.
Yeah. Well, or the food that you're cooking. That's mostly what we're honestly talking about.
It,
in the
it
Discord
really
these
rules.
days.
People are cooking some good shit.
We really are like quickly becoming like a food Discord, which it is better.
Look,
which is great. Yeah.
Look, Anarchist Cook Nook on
Nook.
Instagram is actually, pretty good Instagram
This
account.
motherfucker
but the
said
psychic-
Cook Nook.
The Psychic Dolphin Kitchen is going to be a better show. So
The garage that's also a kitchen. Yes.
if you want to support the shows that we do, please consider participating in our 5-for-1 program, which is leave us or any other leftist podcast a 5-star review, and leave any right-wing podcast a 1-star review, and send us both of them.
Yeah, or just a shitty podcast, really. Like, if you see, like, a fucking... So, there was a while ago I used to do captioning for Rev. Y'all know that website,
Yeah.
right? It's, like, just gig captioning.
Yeah, Rev
anyway,
Left Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was, right. But yeah, a lot of what you would caption on there were podcasts, and man, some of these were just... Like, it's like, hey, I'm an entrepreneur type. I'm gonna get together with some of my dudes and drink wine, and that's the theme of the show. Like, I know, like, that's what we do, is we just drink beer and act like idiots together. But at least,
Yes,
like,
act.
at least we're not
Indeed.
shitheads. Right.
This
yeah.
is all one massive ruse. Years and years of acting.
You can't see this right now because this is an audio format. But I've got my Mensa membership right next to my Harvard degree, right next to my, I don't know, NASA employee badge hung up on the wall for some reason. I don't know.
What Poe's saying is that he's been social distancing for years.
And also, he's apparently
And
fucking a
that's,
Harvard professor right now. So,
Yeah.
Listen, I've seen Frasier, all right?
He has been quarantining for his quarantine levels are so high that the emergency had to release a caution against mixing their vitamin powder with liquor to make quarantinis. That is Bo's signature drink.
that was like a
Yeah.
Bo announcement, right? If I had ever heard one before.
Yeah, that is absolutely implying I ever take anything that might possibly be good for me, but yes, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, they knew what they might be getting into, like a somewhat kind of cool powdered substance, mixing it with alcohol, huh? You've had worse, Bo.
I mean, I certainly haven't had better, so.
I mean,
Well, the thing is with the quarantinis, this is actually a tweet, and it was done with Brian Reynolds' Aviation Gin. And so Emergency said, hey, we do not recommend taking any of our products with alcohol. Aviation Gin says, we're sorry about this emergency, but also big fans.
I mean, that's the
that
thing,
does
right?
sound like the most like Ryan Reynolds type of thing, you know, like while he's like trying to get ripped for Deadpool 3 and he's just like downing Aviation Gin and then some Emergency.
Yeah,
'cause,
chasing it with some Emergency, yeah.
Do a
Wasn't
line of
Pedialyte
Emergency.
trying to rebrand as a hangover cure a couple years ago, and then that didn't really take off?
I mean, they really tried, and then they
Because it
realized,
is an
like,
absolutely great hangover cure, don't get me wrong.
So is Gatorade, though.
Gatorade
Yeah.
and Whataburger is the ultimate. Yeah, no, fuck you. No, that is the official stance of the show. I'm saying it now.
Pedialyte is like $4 or $5 a bottle versus
Yeah,
like
but it
Gatorade
has,
is
like, It has like 4 or 5 times the electrolytes in it. That's why it's such a good. Hangover.
I
cure,
don't
'cause
know
you
what a fucking
replace all your
electrolyte is, and you don't either. Don't act. Come on.
Okay. All right. And also, if you guys want something that actually fixes a hangover and not just like a headache, if it's the ethanol that's building up in your system, the only thing that actually chemically will remove the excess ethanol that your body is trying to process that's giving you
Farts.
the bad feeling is Sprite.
Really?
Yes.
Is that why McDonald's Sprite tastes like that?
Yes.
Also, because
Fucking
we're
there we go.
hungover when we're drinking it. So
Yeah.
that's-
So, look, you can still go to Whataburger. Whataburger is still the official hangover food of the podcast, but order a Sprite. We get a giant Sprite with light ice and just chug the absolute fuck out of that Sprite.
yeah. I mean, you don't have to tell me twice.
That sounds.
Can
that
you
sounds
imagine
like torture.
though? Like, okay, how do you think that works? By the way, on the inside, because Whataburgers are now all drive-through, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point in time, so we're gonna have to take that restaurant by storm, forcibly rip it away from them.
The
in order
people's
to-
Whataburger. Yeah.
Yeah. Bust down their door, drive through into the Whataburger to step
In there
out,
with a
get
fucking
some
Texas
Sprite,
flag on the barricade, singing, some lame ass. Yeah.
dying of fucking coronavirus because our idiot asses aren't quarantining ourselves.
Jesus Christ. I'm super glad that we're going to be labeling the Whataburger workers as emergency workers and paying them $35 an hour here in Texas.
I think we call them Whata workers now.
Oh,
What a workers of the world unite.
they're food distribution workers. They're tier 2 emergency workers.
No, honest to God, yeah. I mean, that has been one cool thing, and I don't know if it's just my internet presence and the people I follow, and befriend and all that.
Wow! Guy has a podcast talking about his internet presence.
No, jackass. Let me finish. My presence on the internet with regards to other people, I don't know if I'm just befriending more people who are already pretty left, or
Would you say that you're influencing them, Bo?
shut the absolute fuck up.
Yeah, I
Or
understand. You
the
see
more-
it as more of a lifestyle than anything
I
else.
swear to God, I'm going to drive to Houston right now and social distance my foot 6 feet up your ass. What I'm trying to say here is, I think a lot of the more apolitical people are realizing hey, workers are important, and that's shit like that's a big first step,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing to me because this coronavirus is just, taken over everywhere. It's kind of highlighting how all these quote unquote progressive measures could have literally been implemented at any time to help the working class, but they just weren't until the bourgeoisie and ruling class needed actual proof and got that proof that working class labor is the important thing that makes their lives go round.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you have grocery workers are now qualifying as emergency workers. And then in California, how they're forcibly taking over empty homes and then putting homeless people in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Which, I mean, that
because they
really
have to
sounds
house
like a
homeless
Netflix.
people. Because like I was saying 2 months ago, the homeless people are going to fucking die. And the California thing is it's 60,000 homeless people, and they figure about 20% of them will need hospitalization, which is,
that's fucking heartbreaking.
only 12,000 hospital beds, which is how many hospital beds? How many ICU beds do we have in the entire country?
Okay, well, I mean, the number is going to be incredibly depressing. So let's just save ourselves a Google and say too few.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are 7,200 ICU beds in California. That is literally double the amount of ICU beds that they have that they will need for literally just the homeless population. Which is
don't like
great.
that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No. So honestly, everybody should have shut down so much quicker, and it's amazing that it's taking a pandemic to bring about things like the rent strike, which we're gonna kung fu this into, because the rent strike is actually not quite as depressing as talking about coronavirus. It's people taking action and coming together. If you haven't heard of it, or if you have heard of it and want to know what to do, follow the rent strike Twitter, find the rent strike petitions and sign them. There are people are now hanging white sheets out of their windows to show that they're going to participate in the rent strike. And if you are the only tenant in your apartment block that is rent striking,
Oh, fucking sucks to be you, buddy. I'm
maybe,
so sorry.
Yeah, like maybe don't. Maybe show some solidarity for other people that are rent striking. But
yeah.
the goal of the rent strike is to get enough people in, apartment complexes striking that
Sure.
that you can't be that the management can't evict everyone, basically.
Swear to fucking
it's
God, how many
unfortunately
people?
not as rhizomatic as it would be ideally, but
Yeah,
what you can do is if it's a complex or if it's a series of apartments or something like that, like you can totally fucking get together and make it happen.
Yeah, that's not to say that that it's that don't do it if it's too dangerous, but like we're not used to in the USA, we're not used to doing this kind of direct action, this kind of organized action.
We are thoroughly trained here in the USA.
Yeah, definitely be safe if you're rent striking, but if you have a big enough group,
Also,
remember they can't evict everyone. The courts are closed.
The other side of that, though, I think would also be if you aren't someone who is paying rent. Not to assume that there would be any leftists out there who don't, but if you are in a privileged enough position to where then you aren't paying rent, don't pull some like quasi Red Guard style tactics and start shaming the people who do realize that they're the only white sheet out there. Because that's not a good look either to them. Be like, oh, how could you not be willing to do this? I mean, like I myself am not paying rent because I'm on a mortgage and I have things planned out for the next 72 months or whatever, and they're all completely understanding. But you should absolutely do that, even if that means taking a critical hit to your renter's history, and so. It's a balancing act, but I think again the overall goal of the movement should be the thing that we all focus on, and that the people who are capable do that, and the people who aren't capable try to support those who are, because it's going to be rough for them regardless of what goes on.
Absolutely.
Well, because I mean, like as bad as things are with coronavirus right now, climate change is going to be even worse. The entire way through. But this is a real like testing ground right now for us, because as bad as things are in the moment, things will only get much worse with climate change and with the way that everything is kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not taking over, with the way the world is
with the way that the world is responding to a line going down. There's definitely going to be such a massive fucking push after this to deregulate everything. Like there's already Rand Paul's already crowing about, oh well, they're removing these regulations because it's an emergency, which clearly means they didn't need to have these regulations in the first place. Yeah, fucking
Corona-ing for long.
Nice.
Yeah, like what's going to happen is there's going to be a massive push for deregulation after this, because they'll be like, see, we needed it. We didn't need that in an emergency. And it's going to be like, I don't think you understand what emergency means, pal.
When's the last time do you think Rand Paul has actually like felt an emergency? Like outside of like his neighbor beating his ass.
I was going to say that's the last time he's ever feared for anything, is like when he like pulled into his fucking thing and his neighbor was like, your grass is an inch too long. I'm going to fucking murder you.
It was clippings. It was long clippings that kept on getting in this fucking yard.
Which, I mean, unfortunately, uncritical support for Rand Paul's neighbor, of course. He didn't finish the job, though, is the only thing.
Yeah, goddamn.
Still got to get part of that lung removed because of that incident.
God, Rand Paul's gonna fucking eat it.
God, yes.
Yeah, and honestly, if anybody else needs that ventilator, Rand Paul's the first one I'm unplugging. Like there's gonna be such a massive push for deregulation after this, and even though we've now spent 2 weeks, maybe almost 3 weeks now, kind of social distancing, and the cities are starting to like clear up, the pollution levels are dropping around the world, so everybody's working from fucking home like normal people.
And maybe we're understanding that we are the virus.
Ugh.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No. There's gonna be really like they're gonna be like like this was a pandemic that you can see and experience, and people are going to die, and it's going to be very real. The same cannot be said about climate change still. And the rich are already crying in their homes about being stuck at home for a couple days.
In their bunkers, actually.
And their bunkers.
That's where they're self-isolating to.
Yeah, and like the richer countries, the richer you are, the richer your country is, the more energy you have access to and the more energy you use in your daily life. And it'll continue to be that way. No matter what. Like that's also an entirely different conversation. So I'm going to try not to get into that because I really love the idea of energy and access to energy. But there's no way that rich people will stop driving us away from trying to drive society away from the things that would most benefit the workers. And there's nothing more American than that. So I'm really glad that America's just going to be business as usual after this. And the Overton window will continue to shift.
I mean, fingers crossed.
Inevitably. Right? Yeah. We want to be as far right as possible. So, because right, if you ain't, because it's right, obviously. It's right. It's correct. It's right. We're going the correct direction.
Yeah. You're puzzling that one out.
We find these corrects to be self-evident. Oh man!
Oh my God! When did we get Joe Biden on the podcast?
Oh shit! I never actually perfected that impression because I legitimately thought that he didn't have a shot.
Well, they're saying he's dead now, right?
We can't even make that joke because who the fuck knows? He's
Yeah,
probably gonna give like a
by Tuesday it'll
48-hour
come
presser.
out that yeah.
Like, oh yeah, what's this? I've been fucking my wife for 36 straight hours. I have proof.
It's like, wow,
releases
Joe.
the tape. Yeah, the world is just kind of going crazy because it feels like as we're panicking about coronavirus, then we're reminded of the other natural cataclysmic events that take place. Like not Iowa, fuck Utah.
One of those square states full of weirdos.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry. One has farmers, one has Mormons. Another state has like Mormon farmers. Looking at you, Idaho.
It's
they
like
suffered...
fucking like weird quiverful folks. Yeah.
Yeah. That phrase.
Yep. I was actually gonna make a joke earlier. Like that must really fuck it up for the the 10-person limit here in Texas must really fuck it up for the religious types. Because I mean that's your family, right? Like that's just other 9-year-old boys in your family. You can't even hang out with all your brothers.
Y'all have
Zephaniah, Jebediah, Malachi. Fucking. It's heartbreaking.
That was the joke that was going on with Philip Rivers, who's a quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts now. And they were saying that, like, with the size of his family, he just cannot have all of them together in one room. So they're able to figure out who's dad's favorite real fast with the way this is breaking down.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I mean, Utah got hit with the worst earthquake since 1992, which is not the best sign for that state just in general. But I mean, I just personally love to think about someone who's in their like post-apocalyptic hoarding den in that bunker. They finally think that they're safe, and then an earthquake hits.
Yeah, their
just
mountain
like,
of toilet paper
fuck.
collapses upon them. Like, no, there was time now.
Christ.
Yeah, no. It turns out Doom Eternal was a documentary, and yeah, this is the fucking end times.
Hopefully, Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine if this isn't the end times? Just like, because I mean that is like the counterpoint that I think a lot of these like nut job religious types
these
need
doomers, yeah.
They need to just like be looking at you and be like, I mean, do you actually want things to get a whole lot worse and have those be the end times? Isn't it just better to imagine now being the end times?
Yeah, it's like, oh, buddy, if you think this is the end times, like imagine, like reread The Road, and then just imagine that 10 times worse, and you might have an idea.
Yeah, our country is vastly underprepared for viral pandemic. We're also vastly underprepared for the climate emergency that is continuing to build around us. But don't worry about that. We didn't prepare for the viral pandemic, and we don't need to prepare for this one either.
No, it's fine. What's that massive volcano underneath
Yellowstone, yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, well, this big earthquake, that could start stirring some stuff up underneath, which that is kind of horrifying that we have no way of like measuring what's happening underneath, because you would think that might be kind of important.
Is anybody fracking the Pacific Northwest yet? I think that might be the next step.
Wyoming, right? that
you know what?
that state where the only reason you own land is to frack, and RuPaul specifically owns like hundreds of thousands of acres that they're just letting people frack on.
Well, I mean, at least they have like decent representation there. I mean, it's not like like Dick Cheney's daughter is the representative from Wyoming, is it?
Oh no. See, this is so heartbreaking too, because when I first heard about it, I thought fracking was just like some like drag thing that people do, but no, it's it's much worse. Like just as much penetration involved as I thought, but like not in like a fun way.
It's just as much penetration.
Well, you know what they say: if unfun penetration is involved, RuPaul is going to be involved in that in some way.
RuPaul is not far behind.
Oof,
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's very good. I love all of the compounding emergencies that are that have stacked up on us over these past however many years.
I mean, yeah, it's really cool to just kind of see society as a whole and the country going through what I as a person go through, where it's like, one thing fucks up and then another thing fucks up and I don't fix the first thing, and it's just it's the opposite of having a lot of plates spinning at once. It's having a lot of plates breaking and then, I don't know, catching on fire all at the same time.
Yeah.
It really fucking slaps.
It's everything is recursive. It's just the more ordered my life is, the more ordered the world around me should be. Or so thought the celebrities that are now crying because they can't handle a couple of days of social distancing.
Yeah, they're all just losing their minds. I mean, it really just kind of goes to show of what's happening with the ruling class. Because I mean, it's so tropey by now, but like with the Imagine video.
Oh my god, that's so cringy. Can we talk about that, please? Like.
No, it's so dead by the time this comes out. Like, what new thing do we have to talk about? Exactly,
and it's bad, and I hate it. And I really wish John Lennon was still alive, or I could go directly to hell just for the chance to own him once again with that 357 direct to the dome.
Just gonna start sending Catcher in the Rye to all of the Wonder Woman fan clubs I know.
Where's the fucking Doom Eternal mod that lets you bring John Lennon into the game and give him what he fucking deserves?
Well, I mean, it just seems really weird about what's happening, because at least in my head, I see this as like this big PR push for all of these actors and all of these people, and I think a lot of it stems from the fact that theater chains are now having to reduce each theater showing to only 50 people, and that then some theaters are just taking a wash completely and saying that people should go ahead and just buy the home video version of their film, available for like $20 or whatever the fuck. And I think it's all of these celebrities kind of just like reminding you about what's happening. Because, I mean, it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like that much of a coincidence to me that AMC is saying, hey, so we don't know if we're going to actually want to like keep on showing movies, because like we're losing money here, because like the studios are charging us just a flat rate fee per movie. And so we're not making that back. So we might save money by just like closing down until the pandemic ends, which would make fucking sense, right? Well, then if that's the case, then what does Warner Brothers do with Wonder Woman that's supposed to come out? And so are they going to actually be releasing it entirely at home, or are they going to want to do something super duper I guess meaningful, or however the fuck they would want to spin it, take a stand and release Wonder Woman in theaters so that it can fucking bomb. and infect people at the same time. Well, don't worry. We have the star of Wonder Woman in this fucking Imagine video. And look at this. Yeah. You want to support her, right? She's the Imagine lady. And then now it's just backfired
that's the
so
thing. Like,
fucking
who is this
horribly.
for? Who sees this Imagine video?
It's for them. It's meant for their friends. It has to be. Like, it's not for any of us. Is they're like, oh man, life is so hard. I had to reduce my staff down to 9 people.
Your
I mean, anything to avoid that 10% limit, right?
Are we also gonna like shut down like just the New York Stock Exchange and just shut
about that?
I mean, they would love that. Just like, yeah, everything can continue. You can still do trades. We're just not going to be able to report on those trades.
Yeah, no,
So,
like if we're talking about shutting down, like, you know, all of the things that we enjoy as services and as like hobby, almost social gathering, everything, like just shut down the rest of it. Just we're gonna stop selling cars. We're gonna stop like everything. And we're gonna only start, you know, we're only gonna keep the bare minimum necessities, and then let's see what we really need after that. What, like all the middlemen who make money off of things constantly going through their hands, all of the like record labels are selling off their, you know, their artists that they're not gonna like hang on to and make money off of, because you know it's gonna happen. We're gonna stop selling records for a little bit. And streaming services are the only thing right now that are like keeping people.
Yeah, because that's the thing, because they've been selling so many records lately.
Oh yeah, so many. Just shipping massive shipfuls of records out to places. Yeah.
Well, it's like when we were talking earlier about like Playboy going under. It's like, shit. I mean, we're really gonna miss those physical pornographic magazines.
Yeah.
Or GameStop, for that instance. Like, GameStop declared themselves like a necessary business during this outbreak, and it's like, really, GameStop? Like, people are still buying physical ass games? Y'all don't just sell nothing but Funko Pops these days?
Well, see, that's actually why they're essential. It's not actually for the games, but for the Funko Pops. They're like, where will people go?
Well, that's the thing. I was gonna roll in there with the entire polycule, all 11 of us, but you know we couldn't all get together because, you know. So yeah, we were all gonna get Animal Crossing and all get our Funko Pops to go with it, and fucking we just couldn't.
Are you guys noticing, by the way, that like Animal Crossing seems to almost have like come and gone?
No,
it's
been
like
I mean, there's
cultural
still. I
zeitgeist?
feel like the memes about it coming out are more prescient than the meme, or are more relevant than the memes about it. Like,
I mean, it just really kind of seems like it's, you know, there was so much hype for it, then it finally came out, and then people are like, oh yeah, nah, this hits all those same buttons. All right, I played this for 8 hours, I can move on. You know, and not to say that then that's a bad game. I mean, that's 8 hours still.
See, the thing that you're missing here is that it's only been 2 days since it's released. So what's happened is everybody that was hyping it and memeing about it has been playing it
fully underground.
Has been playing it for 48 hours, Kelton. You aren't hearing about it because they haven't come back up for air yet.
Yeah.
All I know is that before I was shut down on making YouTube videos, I wanted to make a Animal Crossing one where the guy goes into the tent, and then when he comes up, and the meme that's going around about that, I just wanted to put in like the full 25-minute opening sequence of Saving Private Ryan, of storming Normandy.
Yeah, good.
That was gonna be my big game plan, but I've been censored from my speech. Something, yeah, that's right. SJW is called copyright claim, and that's in poor taste.
Look, there are plenty of people doing. Even Dennis is doing the all the podcast custom shirts and all of their. Yeah, all of their communist theme wallpapers and such. Because it's a super customizable game, and so a lot of the stuff that you can customize, people are just putting fucking hammer and sickles on it.
Yeah, I mean that's always a good a good standard, I should say, for a game, because I love modability. I love being able to make fucking custom content for a game as much as I never get around to it. Y'all should see the fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater levels I made on the N64 as a kid. They are extant, probably. But yeah, especially when people can do that to say like, "Hey, I'm a fucking meme communist." Like, there we go. That's all you need.
Well,
in the game.
and also like that's something that we can all still share without needing to go out and spend like an excess amount of money on looking cool enough to go outside and like participate in like social things. You know,
Yeah.
you know,
Who fucking needs to go outside to participate in social
I
stuff?
mean,
Like doing a rent strike.
yeah, like a rent strike. No, it's great that we're very close to shutting down like vampire industries.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I'm very excited about it.
Well, I mean, it is great though, because like as all of these decrepit things are falling off and all the middlemen are disappearing, we're then kind of left with of the people around us, but then also social media for the most part, and we're kind of seeing how we're all staying connected, with our parents and grandparents, maybe through Facebook, with each other through Twitter and Discord, and then the teens, they're sharing everything through TikTok, and they're making videos and letting more creativity happen on that platform than I think anyone has any deserved right to.
A quick counterpoint I saw in a post that was very interesting, which is a great way to fucking open up a sentence, is I saw this in a post. Anyway, have you guys seen a single TikTok that's as iconic as some of the most memorable Vines?
I mean, I'm older now, so I guess the short answer is no, but I'm also not on TikTok.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know. Because, yeah, I saw somebody remark that, like, hey, like, where's the, I don't know, welcome to Chili's of TikTok, or the fucking, like, two bros chilling in a hot tub.
Okay, Boomer
TikTok,
Girl was a thing.
Maybe he just needs more time.
I mean,
Yeah.
First of all,
there's stuff like that pops up like every week and a half, though.
yeah.
And-
First of all, Bo, you were at an age where like a 10-second clip is not as meaningful to you as it was when you were 15.
Yeah, when I was 15 when Vine came out.
I don't know how old you were when Vine came out, Bo. Were you older? Were you younger?
Fucking Vine came out like 13? 14?
Vine was
I wasn't
founded
15
in June
is my point.
2012, and it launched in 2013.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, that was 18, 19.
Yeah.
I guess what was before Vine then? Because I didn't think that Vine was that young.
What are you fucking thinking of?
guess,
E-Bombs
I don't
World?
know.
Listen. The larger point though about TikTok overall, okay, is that it seems to be the thing that everyone is kind of using to get their news, but also then to socialize with each other, and then you have people who are getting big and everything on it. You're having like these weird like TikTok celebrity types.
You've got your Freds, you've got your annoying oranges. Yeah, I see.
But the weirdest part about TikTok is that there is an all-knowing algorithm behind TikTok that really can be used to set parameters on what actually is popular and what isn't.
Oh yeah, our listeners know. They've listened to me rant about algorithmic-based news and social media feeds before.
They may know that, but I wonder if they're applying it into the world of TikTok specifically, because TikTok, the algorithm is weirdly against ugly, poor, and disabled people.
And you're sure it's the algorithm,
Yeah,
and not like our society's inherent biases.
I mean, I think it's little column A, little column B. Like, why does the algorithm think that? Oh, well, probably because stuff doesn't blow up.
Because people are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
It's because the Chinese own it.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
First they gave us the TikTok, then they gave us the coronavirus.
I've heard of viral content, but this is ridiculous. Ha.
Yeah, but I mean, it says like, you're not going to make the For You page if you have an abnormal body type or ugly facial looks or dwarfism.
What the fuck?
Like, which just kind of seems like a real dig there to be like, these are the three things. You got a weird body, you got a weird face, or you're a dwarf. Deal with it.
Yeah, that's... I mean, shit, that is, like, remarkably blatant, I guess you could say. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure this is absolutely what happens, like, everywhere else. We don't have the CIA digging relentlessly trying to figure out what Instagram is up to, you know. Like everything algorithm based, you know, obviously pushes idealized versions of its own content to the forefront of it, much like YouTube does its video of the year.
Yeah.
And it's just like all these dumbass content creators that nobody watches, and we're like, why the fuck is this person on there?
Why is Will Smith?
And every year,
here?
the actual big content creators, Will Smith, all the big content creators like do their own like YouTube yearly roundup, and YouTube just like fucking ignores it. YouTube doesn't even know what YouTube is.
Yeah.
Is my point, and TikTok doesn't even know what TikTok is. Like, call me ugly, poor, and disabled because I use TikTok.
Oh my God, just TikTok, the Statue of Liberty. Bring me your poor, you're ugly, you're disabled.
It's honestly a lot better than early TikTok when I feel it was mostly like first responders being shitty about people they're saving and cops doing like bad lip syncs. So fucking yeah, absolutely. Fucking promote the good content instead, TikTok, not whatever that is.
Bo, I just think that they thought that you were really into all that cop tint. Yeah.
Yeah, is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, that seems a little telling on yourself, mostly, you know.
I wasn't like on TikTok scrolling through it. Like that's all I saw coming out of it.
They
all
knew
right?
what vines you watched. They
Yeah,
knew.
well, fucking yeah, shut up.
Uh,
Yeah. No, I mean that's really the thing though. Any algorithm is just as terrible as the people who fucking programmed it, and lo and behold, the people behind TikTok are like, no, yeah, let's get our next fucking Friday out there. Let's get our next Rebecca Black up on TikTok.
Well, I mean, that just means, by the way, that like if you see any ugly, poor, or disabled users who make the For You page, you should make sure and comment on that and say, like, I'm proud of you for breaking the algorithm, because the algorithm doesn't usually allow such ugly, poor, or disabled users.
Yar, the algorithm is a cruel mistress.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm super happy that that we're finally coming out and saying it. Like TikTok wants it to be known that their platform is for good-looking rich people.
Yeah. Who knew one of the linchpins of the coming eco-fascist wave would be TikTok of all things?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like you don't make the cut if you aren't middle class enough or good looking enough.
If you can't lip sync well enough to a fucking song from Frozen 2, I'm sorry. Into the electrocution chair you go.
Yeah.
If you have the virus, it's because you were too ugly. The coronavirus only targets you if you aren't good looking enough. Sorry, Rand Paul and Tom Hanks.
Well, folks, if you made it this far, see, I'm just doing fucking Joe Biden now. Well, folks,
Listen here, Jack. If you made it this far, the thing, when I was a boy, we used to go down to the store and listen. There wasn't any sort of, there was a different. And now I'm saying that America is going to be, and that's
Just
all I have to say
fine.
about that.
Yeah.
thank you, Senator.
Listen
Senator
here.
Sanders, do you have any response to the allegation that you hate minorities that Senator Biden so clearly laid out? Well, needless to say, if you've made it this far, you're a true corn pop. So thanks for sticking around. Also, shout out to all of our patrons, especially Scott, for contributing to our dialectical tier, and Allie, Lauren, Spencer, and David for contributing to our new Devil's Advocate tier. We got a little bit of an announcement for April. Just to let people know, we are suspending April donations. We appreciate everyone's support, but we also know that times are tough. So we're just gonna do a good old fashioned mulligan that time around. But I mean, thank y'all, of course, for helping make the show possible. Ideally, you liked the latest episode that we did of Wasting Away in Quarantinaville that Bo was gracious enough to edit. And I mean, we look forward to stealing all of your money in May, right?
Yes, yeah. So we are doing a neoliberal Patreon plan from now on, where you can only qualify for not paying in April if you, I don't know, start a small business in like a residential real estate thing or something. I don't know. Basically, what we're saying is you owe us double. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to give us double, go ahead.
If you want to give us like just everything you have, don't do that. That's silly.
For my monthly Patreon contribution, I would like to give y'all my house. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
My Victorian manor upon the hill, and if you can stay there overnight, it's yours. However, there is a catch. It is haunted, you see.
The haunting of Trill House, Houston. Let's do this.
Holy shit, let's
Ooh.
fucking make that. As soon as this quarantine is over, as soon as all this is over, I'm sure fucking, movie equipment will be cheap for some reason. Not gonna think through that anymore than I already have.
Let's
make
close
that movie
down
a
porn
reality.
studios. Like, what do we do with
Yeah,
the cameras?
yeah.
Porn studios and giant empty movie theaters.
There we go. We got sets to
That's
go.
where we fucking
but,
shoot it. Yeah.
Yeah. This is where we're just answering some questions that have popped up into the Discord and that lovely questions roundup section. Didn't get a whole lot today, so we can actually get a chance to answer a little bit more in depth, I think, which will be nice. So, who wants to take it away first?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and hop onto this. Scott asks, with Trump going for UBI and now seizing the means of production, what do you think his secret communist power level is? And if Trump is the long-foretold communist who has appeared because conditions are right, does this make Reagan the accelerationist we didn't know we had, but always needed? It's a take. It's a take. Unfortunately, I don't think Trump is our secret commie savior. I'm sure there's probably like some Facebook group from 2015 that started out as like a vaporwave art group and then immediately became some weird Nazbol thing that definitely agrees with you. But
Almost like the idea of UBI isn't actually, that progressive a concept, especially if it comes at the cost of social programs.
Well, yeah, especially because UBI in this sense doesn't mean a UBI. It means a means-tested allowance for people that we think are good.
It's
worth the
slightly
money.
more cash return option. That's what happens.
yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, that's really the thing to keep an eye on, right? In like the fucking coming months and years is, the fucking populist right and populist not in the good way like you like, but populist in like, oh, these damn immigrants are taking our jobs, kind of fucking guy, is to keep an eye open for them kind of pivoting to the left and saying, hey, we'll take care of all the real Americans, wink wink, and I mean, we all know what that means, so yeah.
Italians.
I would love a world where Reagan is our accelerationist president, but also then I can't venerate our the podcast's problematic fave John Hinckley Jr. So
Yeah, it's seizing the means of production. I see no means of production being seized by the state to be redistributed to the people. So I'm going to go with a very low communist power level here. Like UBI is a tech bro thing. Like running a little bit to the left doesn't make you left still. Don't forget about that sweet Overton window.
So if you had to compare Trump to one leftist leader, who would he be?
The very of course extremely left France's president Macron. Yeah. well-known leftist Emmanuel Macron.
Sounds
yeah. I'm gonna say I don't know. According to like the QAnon blogs my mom follows, Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, renowned leftist Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, does that make Reagan an accelerationist though? Because Reagan could still be an accelerationist.
Reagan's dead is what he is. Hard to accelerate past that.
Thank God. Yeah.
Use that tombstone
It's really
as
a shame
speed
that
bump.
Now that people have to stay 6 feet away from one another, it really makes pissing on Reagan's grave in tandem a lot more difficult.
Hey, there aren't many sports available on ESPN. Let's pitch that.
Challenge pissing. If you can piss 6 feet straight up in the air and not get wet, you win access to Ronald Reagan's grave.
Blah, 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 blah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Who wants to take it?
I'll do it. I'll do it. Judge Milkman asks. Okay, before I actually ask this question, Milkman, buddy, pal. Yeah, I mean, you're a judge after all. You should know how these things work. We're gonna get you one question that we're gonna answer. The other ones we're saving for the back catalog. Okay, buddy. All right. So, question is, when the revolution comes, what Comrade RPG classes are y'all leveling in, such as Pipe Bomb Wizard, Shitpost Bard, or Antifa Fighter? So I mean, those seem like a pretty good 3. I'm going to tweak it unless y'all have a different answer. Which of those 3 do you find yourself being?
Well, I mean, as far as just like, I'm assuming we're talking 5e classes here in general, right?
I think we got to.
Yeah, we got to, yeah. I'd like to think Bard is probably fits all 3 of us, considering we run a fucking podcast.
Okay,
right?
Well, again, we if we're gonna go full like leftist LARPer, we don't have to confine ourselves
to Bard. A 3 Bard party. I mean, what could be worse? Oh wait, a podcast could be worse.
Ha ha! Before I answer the next question, let me roll for initiative. Oh.
We are going to teach you how to play RPGs, Colton.
I have an instant card I'm gonna play here.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, it's Magic the Gathering. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Even I understood that one.
All right,
Yeah,
fuck you
Bo.
guys. That is like the League of Legends of
All right.
games that are not video games.
You mean wildly
What the
popular
fuck
around the
ever.
world and a great way to pass time during the quarantine? Agreed, Bo. Thank you.
Shut up. Shut up.
This is how bad it is. I'm now defending League of Legends on the podcast.
Wizard, Bard, or
Okay.
Fighter. Like honestly, I have always been more of either a monk or a rogue.
Yeah.
So but if I have to choose between these, I'm definitely gonna have to go with a Pipe Bomb Wizard. That did seem that throwing pipe bombs definitely my.
I mean, the
my
question
forte.
says such as, so I mean.
Okay. All right, then yeah,
Also,
then I'll
wouldn't
go with.
Pipe Bomb be Artificer? I mean, if we're bringing in fucking, Eberron. Anyway, this is getting far too into this
Are we really
question.
going to bring in that like bizarre steampunk element of D&D to it?
I'm a Marxist.
Yes, we
monk,
are now,
Okay,
yeah. Oh
I'm
my
a
God.
Marxist monk,
Nice. Good.
Yay, good for you. I mean,
anarcho assassin.
Fucking love it.
And archer. That doesn't.
And
work as
Archer. Yeah, and Archer. Yeah.
let's see.
well. Kelton.
I don't know, y'all. I mean, I think just
The
knowing
Bolshevik
me.
berserker.
See,
Yeah.
I know me. I would probably be a cleric, just because like my cult is gonna take off one way or another. You know?
One day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someday.
Yeah, it's not going to be a cool cult, but you know, it'll survive somehow. I think. So I mean,
Yep.
I think that probably just definitely like a shitpost cleric would be my thing all the way through.
I've actually had an idea for a while of basically just like rolling up a pretty standard. I don't know what domain of cleric in D&D, but their scripture is drill posts.
Oh
So-
shit!
Yeah, whenever you're invoking your god, it's just like, I don't know.
No, I
something-
see how
that one
could work.
about the one about onks at the gym or something. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna have to do some more drill research first.
as if
before I
there
play
isn't
this
like
game,
a
obviously.
random drill tweet generator. Like that would be
Oh, there must be, right?
yeah. That's what I would assume at least.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, the only one that we're really leaving out here is the darkest timeline. The darkest timeline class that we could embrace, which is Blood Hunter.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just go real edgy.
Yeah, that's just like full eco-fash, or like Nazbol is Blood Hunter.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to take the next question?
It is my turn to take a question.
yeah.
So I will go ahead and Steve asks, how do you cope with the feeling of plummeting endlessly into darkness with no sight of the bottom? What a happy question. Thanks, Steve.
All right, Zach, you take that away because I would like an answer too.
How do you cope with it? By ignoring it as much as humanly possible. You ignore the feeling. You tell the feeling that it doesn't exist. You tell your eyes that they're seeing something down there and that the bottom will be here soon. You dissociate completely from your present situation and hope that you could muddle through to make it to the next day. The feeling of plummeting endlessly into darkness with no sight of the bottom.
Dramamine helps.
No, I remember this one. No, you're supposed to turn and fight the Balrog that is falling with you, so that when you do eventually reach the bottom, you continue your epic battle there in the depths of the earth, and then eventually fight your way to the top, the summit of the earth, and then throw smite his body from the depths to the peak. You cast down their body and break the mountainside as with their body as it falls.
Woo! Yeah. Sounds like good practical advice for Steve.
That's how it works. I mean, I was gonna just say get really into a specific hobby and shut out the rest of the world, but damn, that's. I guess that's the same answer. Actually,
I was gonna say. I mean, we are also doing a podcast about the things that we see, so it's not like this is a coping mechanism whatsoever for the three of us.
It's a hoping mechanism. That's my best Marianne Williamson voice right there.
Corona crystals. Let's do this shit.
Anyway.
Corona crystals.
All right.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I guess it's time for me. We got an unknown question, which is always cool. They ask, when will the show end? It's not going anywhere. It's no longer fun, and no one likes you. Other podcasts you have had on don't seem to want you on. They have had other guests on all the time, but not you. It seems like people only come on your show to promote their stuff then and don't actually want to have you on their podcast because they know that y'all suck. Cool. I
mean, yeah, right on all accounts, but we're not gonna stop. It's the secret. It's the fucking $5,000 Patreon tier where we just stop the podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that could be the case too. I mean,
it's really we know it's not going anywhere. Honestly, we also are stuck, plummeting endlessly into darkness, and as an attempt to strike out into the darkness and the direction around us, we start the podcast. Turns out other people have positive, fulfilling things as they do, I guess. And this was supposed to be positive and fulfilling in a way to network and create communities through podcasting.
Yeah, that's what my bullshit promo thing that everyone skips over always says at the top. So
yeah, so I guess if there's no community to it, then why will the show go on?
And yeah, I guess it is weird, if we were to think about it, about how what we don't go on other people's podcasts. I mean, Bo does, but Bo's the incredible likable one. He's our designated podcast ambassador to the stars.
No. Come on.
Gotta be a reason, I suppose. I mean, I just think that we like doing our own thing, but if it's not your thing, I guess I don't know really what to say.
Check back in with us at 69 episodes. I mean, that's the time, right?
That's gonna be
on episode 69. Isn't that in like a few episodes?
Yeah, a half a year from now.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh no!
Yeah, at some point, we'll just fall off and stop posting, right? That's how all podcasts. That's what happens. All podcasts go to die.
Oh no, it's okay. He just joined a podcasting collective upstate. He'll be fine.
Oh no.
Where he can run around and hear himself talk with all the other podcasters.
I mean, I think it's just lack of networking, probably for us, realistically. Like, I'm sure, like, if we asked and if we annoyed people the entire time.
I imagine this question wasn't asked in good faith. If I had to take a shot in the dark.
Oh, do you now? Would you go so far as to say it was meant to cause introspective feelings, introspective feelings and intrusive thoughts? Oh, that's the username. Fantastic, great. Should have known.
Yeah, I mean, we're not taking off necessarily in the way that other podcasters have quote unquote taken off, because lack of infrastructure in Texas, in the South.
Yeah, I guess that
States.
is pretty interesting. Is that like yeah, I mean we're not as big as like anything on like the East Coast, so to speak, but we're the top leftist Houston podcast.
We've made it to the pinnacle. We've climbed to the peak. There's really no further we can go. The best we can really hope for is that the small amount of infrastructure that we created will inspire others to create more infrastructure, that the next generation of scabs and other scabs and leeches and other blood-sucking parasites can latch onto and use to try to create their own communities.
We get it, landlords. Yes.
Yeah, to try to make communities online. Maybe the next generation you get won't be nice enough to turn off their Patreon for the month of a disaster. But is that really our fault, or is that the fault of the people that refuse to have us onto their podcasts?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, if other podcasts want us on, I guess. I mean, we would of course love to do that. I mean, we're not going to start like spammily annoying people to go onto their podcast. Like, we annoy people to have them come onto ours. Okay, the level of narcissism to then be like, all right, hey, guess what, y'all, like, put us on yours now, please. That's something that, dare I say, that even we are incapable of at this point.
At this point.
Yeah, at this point. Wait until the real desperation. Wait until, like, day 14 of quarantine takes place in Texas. We'll be sliding into everyone's DMs. But I mean, I guess a good way to spin this would be like, what would be the next project y'all would want to work on, like after Psychic Dolphin Garage? Like, if this is the last episode, what would y'all want to do next?
Playing Doom Eternal until my organs fail.
The next project. If this is the last episode, Jesus. I don't know. Organizing the local IWW, I guess. It's all that there really is left to do. Like such just mind-numbing baseline organization and planning stuff. It's like, what? How do you do this with the idea that someone after you is going to come and like pick it up and do as good as or better than you were able to do?
Yeah, well, not only are you willing to fight for someone you don't know, are you willing to plan an organization for someone you don't know?
Someone who will run it much worse than you will.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, that happens. We're all fail sons in various aspects. We're very familiar with that territory. I don't know. I'd probably go back to my roots, start like, dunking on like bullshit comic book pop culture stuff. That was a pretty quaint little life before the Hobbiton days.
Quaint little life.
Yeah, I mean, me, Frodo Baggins and the like, just talking about how women are ruining superhero movies. Just
smoking pipe weed and complaining about the SJWs ruining comics. Yeah,
I mean,
saying how much better Sonic the Hedgehog was than Birds of Prey because there are women in Birds of Prey. And there's not a single human female in Sonic the Hedgehog for some reason.
They get real annoying with it. Be like a single anatomic female in Sonic. Like, oh Jesus Christ!
Oh,
yeah, one of
Jesus,
those
yeah.
conversation points that get to be had. I mean, yeah. I guess, sorry we don't have like a more interesting answer, but on the plus side, that means that we for sure have one person listening all the way into the end. And that I think is something good for us to think about.
We got you, sucker.
That's right. Yeah, our analytics show that most people have already tuned out, but not you, you son of a bitch. We got you all the way to the end. So that being said, what plugs do we got here, fellas? What's going on?
Follow the Instagram and the YouTube.
Yeah.
And me on Twitter at Shinobi1 Kenobi.
Yeah, I guess if this is the last episode, I should real quick. Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Sex Confetti, please. Oh God,
Good God, Jesus, follow us all on Twitter.
Yeah, the show is so much more popular than any one of us, so we desperately need all that clout to drip on down to us. Also, go ahead and check us out, of course, on Discord. Follow us on Reddit. Again, we really want to try and grow. Just hit us up. Let us know what's going on in your day. Let us know how awful we are, how much we suck. I mean, we definitely won't internalize that sort of pain.
Let us know when exactly how to plan a group suicide.
Hey, that's for my cult to find out, okay? Don't step on my territory here, Bo, all right? I'm trying to wild country and Jonestown this shit. It's very hard, letting people know bits and pieces at a time.
The only problem is you'll have trouble
all
finding
right.
Kool-Aid in the grocery stores now to really, carry your message, as it were, to the entire congregation. So
Oh, shit. You're absolutely right. Okay, all right.
we have to cut this episode now. Yeah, we have to go pick up as much Kool-Aid as we can while there's still time.
Yeah, it's been real. It's been fun. It has been real fun. I guess goodbye forever. Deuces. Thanks for listening to another episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage. Check out our link tree in the show notes so you can join our Discord and subreddit and become a part of the community. Find our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. Word of mouth is still the best way for us to bring this weird leftist show to as many people as we possibly can. So if you like the episode, please share it with someone, anyone. Just one other person at your school or office or parole hearing who you think might like what we do. We trust your judgment. Be sure to join us every week for Destiny Tuesdays on our Discord, the PDLR Fantasy Sports Show Thursdays on our YouTube channel, and Variety Game Night Fridays on Twitch. That just about covers it. All right, we love you. Bye.